Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of The Witcher here on Ragplace. After 2 months, it's good to be back. Needed a nice long break to kind of recharge the batteries, but I'm ready to go again. It's late summer, just the beginning of August. Hopefully we'll finish this game out by the year's end. Question mark, maybe. Let's go. Oh.
Geralt of Rivia. I've oft heard of your death.
That's so.
Forgive me, but I don't think I've ever heard of yours.
White Rayla. What brings you here, Witcher?
I have.
Slaying monsters. Nothing unusual.
Have you seen a unit of elves in the area?
No units.
Watch what you say. You're hardly untouchable. If I discover you working with the Scoia'tael...
No, there's no danger of that, lady.
No. Merely helping you to avoid a serious error whose consequences might prove too dire for you to handle.
You watch your step too. I'm not some emaciated elf. I can defend myself.
I don't doubt it. Know that Vizima is burning. Non-humans have turned it into a war zone. Those poor starving elves are murdering humans by the dozen.
Yeah.
My orders are to halt the unit Toruviel Sihiel commands, and I won't have you getting in my way.
I don't
They're
plan on
cowering in the village and have taken hostages. We'll attack soon.
No, of course
I'll
they
talk to
have.
the elves. Maybe they'll listen to reason.
Yeah.
Siegfried vouched for you, so I'll give you a chance. Your intervention at the bank prevented the Scoia'tael from gaining gold to buy arms and provisions. Though weak, I doubt they'll heed you. But you never know.
Yeah, I highly doubt
Promise
it.
them a fair trial if they lay down their arms.
I'll try to persuade them. Wait until I return.
You have my word.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. So yes, here we have the fruit of Yavon's plan. We had foreshadowing of this all throughout Act 3, and now you see it now. The elves are burning Vizima and Scoia'tael in particular. So yeah, as for Toruviel's unit, we'll have to see what's up with that. But we know from talking to the citizens of Murky Waters that they're not, they had plenty of chances for cooperation, for peace, and every time the humans extended their hands in friendship, they slapped it away. So I have very, very little sympathy for the elves right now. I gotta refresh myself on where I have to go. Free elves. Rayla and the Knights of the Order were chasing a group of Scoia'tael and ended up here. It appears that the fugitives and the local elves have taken some hostages in the village. And this is the thanks that Murky Waters gets for trying to be kind to them. They get attacked, because of course they do. I must speak with Toruviel. Can I trust Rayla? She promised to hold the soldiers back for now. Must go to the village and speak with Toruviel. Now I'm hoping that I have everything out of my chest at the inn. I don't know if I need anything. I think I took most of the stuff out before leaving. Anything that I thought I might need for Act 5, but I don't know. I guess that remains to be seen. I hope there's some inventory access elsewhere. There's nothing else, right? I don't think there is. Yeah, this is the main thing that I'm worried about, not having access to all the teeth that I need for the dentist. I think I have most of that stuff with me, though. I have the Devourer teeth, so hoping that's enough. Everything else is kind of on hold from what I remember, so it's just this. We are rounding out the chapter.
Eternal fire, fill my heart.
Eternal fire, fill my heart. Yes. I just want to talk to Rayla once she gets into place.
Eternal
like
fire, fill my heart.
eternal fire, fill my heart. Looks like she has shark teeth on the back of her quiver there. What that is? Let me back up. Yes. I think so. Yeah, me neither. Though I don't drink. Let's see here. Rayla.
Yes?
I thought the Order only accepted the devout.
I'm a mercenary, not a monk.
Yeah.
I work for anyone willing to pay for non-human heads.
Even other non-humans?
You have to draw the line somewhere. During the war, my unit provided cover for retreating civilians. The Scoia'tael were the vanguard of the Nilfgaardian army.
I think I know how this ends.
Do you? They slaughtered my whole unit. Merciful, given what they did to me. Ever been tortured, Witcher?
War is cruel. It warps us all, not just elves.
Poor excuse.
Pacifist crap.
Yeah. No, I'm with Rayla there. Sorry, Geralt, but the whole neutral line doesn't really work when you're on the receiving end. So,
Fall in, dogs!
okay, she's gonna move out the men. They're all mustered here.
An order's an order.
The eternal fire speaks through the Grand Master.
That would be Jacques de Aldersberg.
The eternal fire guides my fighting arm.
The only good elf is a dead elf. The Order is always victorious.
Well, good to know. Fisher King. Sir, much has happened since we've left the island.
I negotiated a peace between the humans and the Vodyanoi. I also defeated Dagon. Nothing to say again? Care to try? A short magic word. I know you can do it. Come now, before I decide you're a grumpy boob and a dimwit.
Grumpy boob. Dimwit. Because I don't feel the need to talk incessantly. I may not be the most talkative, but a grumpy boob and a dimwit? That's harsh.
Well, you're welcome anyway.
Well. Yeah.
Take care.
Take care. So yeah, I was just about to say, with White Rayla, she was a character from the books, and she pretty much gave you the full backstory there, but she was not exactly the same, and this is the confusing part, because in the novels, White Rayla dies. She's supposed to be dead. And that's kind of the weird thing. That's one of the weird things about The Witcher, is there's many things in the game that just aren't quite right. They're not exactly the same. And I think I kind of know the reason for that, and I kind of guess. I think I might have known what their intention would have been when they were developing this game, but I can't say for sure, obviously. I'm not privy to that information, but I have a feeling I know what was going on with that. And we'll see. Well, I'll tell you about it at the end of the game, what I think my theory was, if I can remember. Which I think I will, because it ties back to other things as well. Am I even going the right way? Sorta. Yeah, there's just, some things just aren't quite right with some of the characters, what we're told about them. Like even Triss, for instance, is a little bit different than from how the books describe her. You know, in the book she has brown hair. In the game she has red hair. So subtle little things have changed here and there. Whether that's intentional or just the preferences of the developers or oversights, who can say. I have a feeling that it's intentional, and we'll talk about that later. Hopefully. There will definitely be opportunities in the future to do so. Anyway, Order Footman, what's up, my good man?
As White Rayla's adjutant, I would like a word with you, Witcher.
Have
I
at it.
spoke to Rayla. Heard enough for today.
Rayla is an excellent officer and truly detests non-humans. Perfect to lead this mission.
But let me guess. Though she's a mercenary, she has her honor and keeps her word. Yet she's prepared to avert a massacre of civilians, even if that means the elves will escape.
We foiled the robbery at Vivaldi's bank, and the Scoia'tael are weakened.
Yeah.
We can afford the best mercenaries. Yet we cannot trust Rayla as we trust you.
Looking to recruit me? Am I to stand with Rayla and kill the elves before they murder the hostages? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't just walk.
I'll put it in your terms. Monsters infest the village, hunt its inhabitants. They are destitute and hungry, and all the more dangerous for that. Stand with Rayla, Witcher, with the Order, against these monsters.
Why would I do that? For some of Vivaldi's gold?
No, to support a just cause and prevent a massacre like that in the outskirts, and to save your friends from ravenous beasts.
Sorry, but the guy's just right.
What's
I mean,
this?
it's just you can quibble about whether they were hard done by the humans. This is all true, but the fact of the matter is, the humans that they're holding hostage had nothing to do with what happened to them. They chose to go in there and put them to hold swords to their throats, and they get no sympathy from me for it. Sorry, I've had it up to here with the elves in this game. I always felt that way, even like back in the day when I was playing. I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to play it yet, but we'll see. It's been quite some time. I don't remember the exact, the exact phrasing or justifications that can be used. Well.
Geralt?
Dandelion.
Toruviel's elves have taken hostages in the village. What do we do?
I spoke with Rayla. She's leading the Knights of the Order.
Yeah.
Geralt. Alvin's one of the hostages.
No.
I know. I'll try negotiating with them.
All right. I'll keep a lookout behind the village mayor's house. When you're ready, come tell me what to do.
I need to talk to White Rayla and Toruviel. Somehow I doubt this will be easy.
You'll manage. See you.
Never is. And Elven's being held is just one more black mark in the book of Toruviel's life, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm not going to put up with this stuff. I mean, running to the inn would be so out of character. I'm going to just chance it. I'm going to go in. Probably not with weapons drawn, though. That seems like a bad idea. We will walk our way in. Actually, what's our log telling me to do? Because I don't want to go in the wrong way here. Free elves. Dandelion is incapable of holding his tongue. He's trying to convince me not to get involved. He wants me to meet after I speak with Toruviel before I make any decisions. He wants to meet me. Speak with Toruviel before I decide. Alright. I believe that they were up here, yes. Rag's old, but he's not that old. He can remember some things at some times. Actually, my memory's pretty good overall. Why am I walking? Okay, RP walk now. Serious business. If I talk to you...
Death frightens me not. Liberty or the grave.
Yeah.
I could use a beer.
Couldn't we all?
I'm off to thump somebody.
Lovely.
Will die with dignity, spitting in the face of humans.
Well, you'll certainly die.
I'm hungry.
Alvin.
Why stay and rot here?
Yes?
You all right?
No. I feel strange. I can hear what they're thinking. It's terrible, Geralt.
I know.
Do you have the necklace?
Yes, I wear it all the time. I don't want to hear them. Geralt, why are the elves doing this?
Now we come to it. They're fighting for their freedom, for an ideal. Humans have them up against the wall, and they see no other way. It's true, but there are other ways, and this is the problem. You can't say they don't see another way. They had opportunities aplenty to assimilate in this village. They could have laid down their arms, joined peacefully, and then there wouldn't have been a unit here at all. There would have been nothing for Rayla to go after. So this is just wrong. Flat out wrong. Like, this part is true. But the humans did not have them up against a wall. In fact, they were probably in the best position that they could have been, considering they were an armed uprising against Foltest and the just rulers of the land. Order aside, right? The Order hates them for separate reasons, but in terms of what they are, like this was their best chance, and they've fumbled it. No, they've deliberately tossed it aside, crushed it under their own feet. So the elves refuse to concede that the world has changed. They cannot win, but they still fight. It's their sad, desperate attempt at halting evolution. It's kind of like the eugenicist approach, I would say. It's true. Like, all of these are true in their own way. The elves refuse to concede that the world has changed. Exactly. Like, there's never going to be a day where the elves are the majority in the northern kingdoms again. They're done. It's Jover. So it's not going to happen. The best that they could hope for, and this is what I always thought with The Witcher, like, the thing that the elves should have done, and I know there were, like, a variety of reasons that kind of prevented them from doing it, but really, the ones that were in Dol Blythana in the books had the right idea, because they were trying to gather seed and, like, trying to learn how to farm and whatever, and they were living in the mountains. Really bad place for it. It was close to Dol Blythana, and one of the characters in that story was kind of stealing, like, seed from the humans to give it to the elves so that they could plant crops and learn how to, so that they wouldn't starve. But, like, they never made the connection that they should have just crossed the mountains and gotten out of the kingdoms altogether. Like, there's not really much known about what's beyond Dol Blythana further to the east in The Witcher, but from what I understand, it's kind of like wild open country. It's wilderness. They should have just left, because the humans and the elves will never get along. They hate each other. They're two opposing groups. They're competing with each other for resources that are scarce. Humans, due to their own nature, they spread. They have tons of children and whatever. That's what they are. Humans can't help their nature. They came, like, they didn't ask to be sent necessarily to the world of The Witcher when they came in during the conjunction or whatever. They turn up on the shores. They have wars with the elves. You don't really, like, it's not really clear what happened in the beginning in The Witcher. It's kind of like there were wars. Like, the humans are portrayed to be like, oh, they started, fighting the elves or whatever and attacking their kingdoms. But, like, what was the story behind that? There's always two sides, and you don't always hear them. And as far as the elves go, like, they're just as guilty of doing, like, awful things to other people that they were ruling over when they ruled these lands. So it's like they don't have a moral high horse to sit on. They're the same, and they would do the same to the humans if they had the chance. So yeah, like, I mean, they can't win. That's exactly right. They've lost their lofty, beautiful veneer. One can clearly see the deep hatred they hold for humans. And that's exactly what Geralt said in the books in Dol Blythana when he was taken captive by Toruviel and Chiriadan, I think it was, or one of the other elves. I can't remember his name, but it was definitely Toruviel was there, and they had decided to execute Geralt, and it was only for the timely intervention of the Lady of the Valley, sort of a nature goddess, basically, that called the elves, their whole morality into question, to where they were, like, weeping over what was going on. But here we have the same situation. They've learned nothing. Toruviel has learned nothing. She's doing it all over again. So, would Geralt feel the same way? How do I feel? Like, I'm invested in this character. We like to think that we can keep ourselves out of the characters we're playing, but always there's a bit that comes through. So how do I feel about this? I would feel exactly the same way as Geralt felt back then, as Geralt feels now. They do. They hold a deep hatred for humans, in particular. That's never going to change. So, that's just how it has to be.
They've lost their lofty, beautiful veneer. One can clearly see the deep hatred they hold for humans.
I'll remember that, Geralt. Something bad is about to happen. I can feel it.
I've got to talk to Toruviel. Stay here.
I want you all to mark Alvin's words.
When will this end?
You'll remember that, Geralt. You'll never forget what we said there. And we'll see it come into play later.
When will this end? They name us squirrels for the tails on our caps. We'll replace those with human scalps anon.
And this is what we're...
We'll all die!
Spare my life, Master Elf. I've done your kind no harm.
Spare us, we beg you.
Maybe I should meet you.
Death frightens me not. Liberty or the grave.
Take no pity on them!
Yeah.
I'm off to thump somebody.
We'll die with dignity, spitting in the face of humans.
Mercy!
Idleness tires me. I fear these elves will murder us all.
When will this end?
Save us, Master Geralt.
I could use a beer.
Geralt, take me with you. I'll be good.
Patience, Alvin. It's all right.
It's an awful situation. I'm gonna save right here. Not over my old slot, because Lord knows what's gonna happen.
Geralt, why have you come?
You know why I've come.
I've come to prevent a massacre.
There will be no massacre if they let us depart.
You could have left the children alone.
Yep.
In faith I could not. White Rayla stands on that shore. Several peasant corpses made no impression on her. The children halted her advance.
I'd say they made the wrong impression on her, rather than no impression. I'm not going to bargain for Alvin's life alone and leave these people here to die. That's not going to happen.
White Rayla wants you to lay down your arms. She guarantees you a fair trial.
You take me for a fool, Witcher. White Rayla exacts only one punishment, death. The unit from Vizima spoke of you. Why should I trust you?
Release the peasants, then you can kill each other as you please.
I shall release no one. Try any of your tricks and these Dwan will die. And tell that singer to cease lurking behind the house before someone puts an arrow in his arse.
Dandelion. That she-elf is as stubborn as a mule. Talking to her is a waste of time. I'm gonna speak with Dandelion and decide what to do. Okay. Dandelion. We got a bag of shit on our hands here.
Geralt?
Dandelion, things have gone from bad to worse.
Scoia'tael on one side, the Order on the other, and us in the middle with Alvin.
One should never negotiate with terrorists. Negotiation leads to concessions. Concessions are a victory for terror. Folks become fearful, uncertain. I chose the lesser evil. The bank's new orders were grateful for the Order's intervention. They agreed to support the crusade against non-humans. We won't need to wait long to see the results.
You hate to see it.
Geralt, what now? Leaving's not an option. You'd make enemies of both the Order and the non-humans.
I'm not worried about that. I'd rather save Alvin, but if I go, there could be a massacre, and I have friends to think about.
Witcher, this feels like a pivotal moment. What you do will have consequences. So do we grab Alvin and leave them to it?
Not a chance.
No, I intend to help the knights.
Don't get involved, Geralt. Nothing good ever comes of it.
I'm already involved.
Care to help?
Sure.